I want to talk a little bit this morning about the issue of abortion, and not so much the actual act or even the position of it, but how it is that people get their minds changed about the position. The reason I mention it is there was a protest this weekend in Anchorage when people showed up to protest against Planned Parenthood. It's something that happens in Fairbanks regularly, and I wonder if it's effective. And I say that because I don't think it is. I don't think that people look at folks carrying signs and say, oh, wow, abortion really is murder. I don't think they look at signs of baby parts and say, oh, I think we should stop them from doing that. I think they get their sensibilities offended, and they react against the people holding the signs rather than against the people that the signs are directed at. The reason I mention that is that I was adopted. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but I was adopted in 1969, which was before Roe v. Wade. However, I've felt an affinity for the many babies that have never had life because they were aborted. And so I personally am pro-life for a number of reasons, and I can get into that in a future podcast. But for me, I have noticed that the most of the people that change minds about the issue in terms of taking somebody who is for a woman's right to terminate a pregnancy, pro-abortion, whatever you want to call it, I see that people change minds are those who come alongside and actually meet women in their point of need. Not just say, oh, you should adopt your baby out, but actually come and see what that potential mom needs. Actually comes alongside her and offers her help, financial help, a place to stay. Whether it's a matter of, don't worry about the future of the child, we'll take care of that, but how about the future of the woman? There are an awful lot of people that don't think about the kind of life-shattering impact it can be for a woman to be pregnant who doesn't want to be. And instead of simply looking at it as a pro-life issue, I suggest that maybe we look at it as a life issue. And I really want to strongly suggest to my pro-life friends to get out there and get involved in the lives of women who are struggling with these choices, and to make yourself available, whatever that may be, whatever that may mean. I've seen personally that the CVCs around the country, they have a very profound effect on women, not simply because they've got someone there to give them other options, but are actually come alongside them and say, hey, what do you need right now? How are you doing for rent? What's your living arrangement like? Are you in an abusive relationship? Do you need baby clothes? What about helping you to actually find support that goes beyond just the pregnancy and deals with the woman, deals with the whole family? That's what I'm suggesting. I've seen it in action, and I see it in action right here in Fairbanks, over there at the Pregnancy Resource Center, the Find Out Free Clinic. Kudos to these people who are on the front lines, actually putting themselves out there and helping women, and not simply making a political statement about babies. Now, I'm not telling you that it's wrong for you to make a political statement about babies. I just don't think it's effective. And that's my 2 cents. Having been on many sides of the issue over the years, I will tell you that I would like to see people choose life, but I think that that's a bigger term than just simply the potential life of a baby. It has to do with the actual life of the mother right now. Can you meet her where she's at? Want to engage me on this? Send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com. That goes for a news tip or anything else you'd like to see me do a commentary on. And a couple of people suggest they'd like to see me do more rants. I don't know if this was a rant enough for you. I'll work on it. And once again, please support me either through Patreon or directly by buying a subscription at radiofreespeech.com. Thanks.